On the news tonight, President Tinubu transmits 2024 Appropriation Amendment Bill to the Senate.
His uncouth and rabid outburst against the government before the international community.
House of Representatives unveil plans to deploy information communication technology in handling public petitions.
Digital infrastructure and continuously updating our technological capabilities.
Plus, women, peace and security in focus. UN Women engages legislators.
Very few women are involved in formal decision-making and resource allocation process.
Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliament News. I am Abubakar Galadima. President Tinubu has transmitted to the Senate the 2024 Appropriation Act Amendment Bill to the Senate for considerations and approval. The amendment is to make provision for the additional funds for recurrent and capital expenditure worth trillions of naira. Meanwhile, Senator Muhammad Tahir Mungunu has been appointed the majority whip of the Senate following the removal of Muhammad Ali Ndume. The removal of Ndume was sequel to a communication to the Senate from the national leadership of the APC, in which it expressed displeasure over unsuitable claims against the federal government by Senator Ndume during a recent interview on a television station.
His uncouth and rabid outburst against the government before the international community and before the global community is not only harmful to the government's image alone, but also undermines the party's unity and cohesion.
The House of Representatives says it is working at utilizing information and communication technology (ICT) in receiving and processing public petitions. Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas stated this while opening a digitalized hearing room of the Public Accounts Committee. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpen reports on this and other engagements in Parliament.
The digitized hearing room of the Public Accounts Committee is said to be in line with the quest for an open parliament without limitations. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas describes it as essential to enhancing oversight of public funds and other legislative functions.
By investing in the state-of-the-art digital infrastructure and continuously updating our technological capabilities, we aim to set a benchmark in legislative excellence and responsiveness to the needs of the Nigerian people.
But these laptops are quite a whole lot of rich resources, including the laws of the Federation, all the establishment acts.
The House engaged security agencies on ways of tackling illegal mining in the country.
Nigeria is richly blessed with solid minerals, which should bring great fortune to the country and the citizens. But the wealth is likely stolen by criminal elements who do not mean well for this country.
A public hearing was conducted on the bill seeking to amend the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria Act 2007.
To reiterate the commitment of the House of Representatives Committee on Public Procurement to upholding the legal and institutional framework for the enthronement of transparency, accountability, value for money, and efficiency in the procurement of works, goods, and services within MDAs.
The committee emphasized compliance with the Public Procurement Act 2007 by all ministries, departments, and agencies of government to avoid pitfalls in efficient utilization of public resources. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikpen, NTA News.
The House of Representatives is assuring higher institutions of learning of its support in the provision of the needed infrastructure for conducive learning. Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on University Education, Abubakar Hassan Fullata, stated this during an oversight visit to Federal University of Lokoja, Kogi State. National Assembly correspondent Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports.
The season is here, and the legislators are on oversight to ensure that due process is followed in spending of budgetary allocations. Issue of inconsistency in most of the reports on internally generated revenue was raised.
No university has ever confronted us with a request for appropriating the amount so far generated by those universities internally.
During the oversight, the committee inspected some projects at the university and expressed worries with the decay of infrastructure.
My appeal to the committee is to assist us to make sure that the campus is secured. The campus is porous, no perimeter fencing, so it's very easy for the bandit to come in and take away our students.
We are going to do our best to assist the university in overcoming the infrastructural challenge. With regards to security, we'll take it up with the relevant agencies and committees to really come to the aid of the university. They are perpetually in fear of bandits and kidnappers. They hardly stay beyond 6 o'clock on campus, and the hostels are completely empty. Nobody stays, apart from the night watchmen, nobody stays on campus.
The committee is expected to visit other institutions across the North Central Zone. In Abuja, Mohammed Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
In its quest to re-celebrate the service of the National Assembly for greater efficiency and effectiveness in legislative service delivery, top management and senior legislative aides of the National Assembly are currently undergoing a 3-day orientation training. National Assembly correspondent Joshua Ogunjire reports.
With the theme Building the Capacity and Enhancing the Performance of Legislative Aides, the workshop is designed to equip participants with requisite skills, knowledge, and best practices to excel in their duties.
The next 3 days, you will engage with expert facilitators to share experience in various topics, include the structure and function of the National Assembly, lawmaking process in the National Assembly, committee system in the National Assembly, budget process.
We firmly appreciate your fantastic sacrifices towards the advancement of National Assembly Service Commission.
Ensure that you take a lot home from the rich faculties prepared by the consultants.
The goal is to enhance understanding of the legislative process, develop policy analysis and communication skills alongside fostering collaboration and innovation with provision of tools for effective legislative service delivery.
They also serve as the bridge between National Assembly and the constituencies across the Federation. Therefore, building their capacity in terms of lawmaking processes, in terms of the budget process, including other soft skills like emotional intelligence, leadership skills.
Now I know that we have the executive bills, which comes from the presidency, basically. We have the legislative bills, which comes from the members of the National Assembly themselves. Then you have the judiciary, which can come from maybe through the Chief Justice of the Federation. And then we have the personal bills and then body of interest bills.
These are the things we are very familiar with prior to now. But then, every day you learn.
I can now authoritatively even help others to understand how to come up with a bill in the National Assembly.
From the National Assembly, Joshua Ogunjire, NTA News.
In strict adherence to the key mandate of the Renewed Hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, the National Assembly Legislative Aids Forum has pledged to imbibe the culture of providing welfare schemes to its members. This is just as the forum inaugurated 20 members welfare committee drawn from the 2 chambers of the National Assembly. National Assembly correspondent Joshua Ogunjide files the report.
The Marvel Aruna-led welfare committee was sworn in with a view to providing channel for interaction between the executives and management. This, the firm believes, will provide a positive environment that will boost productivity as well as improve work culture.
We gave her the mandate to ensure that the welfare of NASLAF is in that committee's hands, headed by her. Because so many things in this 10th Assembly is what we want to achieve.
This committee, ably led by our own distinguished pride from the zone, will take us to the next level. And we pray by the grace of God, with the support of the chairman and the support of the press, like people like you and other critical stakeholders, will get to our next level.
Aside its responsibilities and programs, communication and feedback mechanisms, alongside budget, as well as resources encompass the committee's mandate.
We are appealing to the leadership of our National Assembly to please look into our plight and review our benefits. Some of our arrears, some of our DTAs, we're talking about the 28 days, some of those benefits. We are entitlement in general, thank you. We are looking forward for the management to actually come to our aid and help us out. And apart from that, we're looking forward to working with the Ministry of Women Affairs because we have lots of women here. And you know how women are. You know, some of the benefits that the women get from the ministry, we want them to extend that hand of gesture to us here so that we'll enjoy those things. And then we are in full support of the Asiwaju Renew Hope campaign. And we are here to support their government. And in any way that we can render help, they can call on us. We'll come in mercy.
We thank the Speaker of Federal House of Representatives who has been supportive, has given us a brand new boss and so many other things he has done for our welfare.
In the meantime, a welfare policy has been formulated to enrich the quality of livelihood of all 10th National Assembly aides, just as its success depends on adequate funding, collaboration, empathy, alongside genuine commitment. From the National Assembly, Joshua Ogujiri, NTA News.
Up ahead, Taraba State House of Assembly moves to tackle insecurity. Details after the break. Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy. This is NTA Parliament News. We begin with security matters. As the saying goes, security is everybody's business. Key players in the security sector are advocating legislations that will enhance women inclusion in peace, security, and national development. This is the thrust of a public dialogue on the role of legislature in advancing women, peace, and security in Nigeria, organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies in collaboration with the United Nations Women and Governments of Germany and Norway. Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
For women everywhere, equality, development, and peace.
The inequality and exclusion of women from peacemaking and conflict resolution processes is believed to be undermining efforts at conflict prevention. Experts at this dialogue agree hands must be on deck to change the narratives.
So if you don't engage women in all kinds of work you have in any society, you miss out on reaching the best results.
Women have made significant strides in the security sector. Today, more women are being recruited into the security agencies than ever before.
As Nigeria is currently developing this third National Action Plan on Women, Peace and Security, the need to engage the legislators in the development, implementation, monitoring and reporting of this policy document is critical.
To many, the way to sustainable peace and development is by having effective gender mainstreaming.
We all know the critical role that women play in the peace and security landscape. Their involvement in decision-making processes and peace-building effort is essential for achieving sustainable society.
Who is a woman? A woman is a peacemaker. She is the queen of the family, and out of the family comes a nation.
Very few women are involved in formal decision-making and resource allocation process. This is unfair, this is unjust, and this is not an equilibrium that we desire.
At the end of the one-day seminar, it is expected that a workable solution will be brought forward from the engagement to improve on women inclusion in security and development matters. In Abuja, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
In a related development, the Taraba State House of Assembly has called for the establishment of permanent security checkpoints and routine patrols by security operatives along the Takum-Usa Road in order to tackle insecurity in the area. Member representing Usa State constituency at the Assembly, Joshua Orenyang Rikupti, raised the motion as a matter of urgent public importance at the plenary. Parliamentary correspondent Godwin Inalegu completes this report.
Insecurity in Takum and Usa local government areas of Taraba State has lingered for over 2 decades, leading to loss of lives and property, as well as living residents fleeing their homes and abandoning their farmlands for fear of being killed or kidnapped. Although the present government has done a lot to tackle the menace of insecurity in the axis, more still needs to be done. It is on this basis that the member representing Usa State constituency at the State Assembly raised the motion of matter of urgent public importance to draw the attention of the government to the resurgency in the area.
They on a daily basis either rob, kidnap, rape, and harass the innocent and law-abiding citizens who ply this road in search of their daily bread.
He expressed worry that if the situation is left unchecked, the activities of these unscrupulous elements in the society would grow to full-scale banditry with their consequences against the locals.
Specifically between JSS Takum and Vocational Center, Takum, if left unchecked, would not only undermine stability and imminent breakdown of law and order, but may also bring adverse effects on the socio-economic life of the inhabitants of the area, as well as wanton destruction of valuable lives and properties.
He affirmed that the absence of security personnel in and around the axis and permanent security checkpoints poses serious threat to motorists and commuters plying the area, and prayed the House to press on the government to take action to address the menace. Members in their contributions supported the motion of matter of urgent public importance presented by Joshua Urenyang Rikupki and called for a probe of the 1 billion naira approved for rehabilitation of the Takum-Usa Road in 2016.
And I believe with this matter before us, the executive arm of His Excellency and the entire security agency will take a quick response in curtailing this matter before us.
And I think that I want to make an additional prayer to his prayers. It is to my knowledge that this House of Assembly, when we had Paris Club between 2016 and 17, around that, and 18, the House of Assembly actually, part of the approval we granted the executive in that set amount, which was 5 billion naira, was that 1 billion naira will be used to rehabilitate Takum-Usa Road. And Mr. Speaker, I want to add that this House should investigate why that same amount was not used for the purpose of rehabilitating that road.
Is it the resolution of the House that the matter of urgent public importance presented by
Honorable Member representing USA, with all the prayers and additional prayers by Right Honorable Abel Peter Dia, should be adopted. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
It would be recalled that on Sunday, July 7th, 2024, a young man was allegedly kidnapped with his motorcycle on this road from the Assembly, Godwin in Alewu. NTA News.
Meanwhile, the haphazard amendment of the Kaduna State Electoral Law 2021 without due diligence by the Kaduna State House of Assembly has become a subject of discussion among the people of the state. Adamu Sunday reports that the document was amended in less than 24 hours, creating room for the return of manual election in the forthcoming local government elections in the state.
After reading the bill on the floor of the House, the members wasted no time in referring the bill to the House Committee on Judiciary for deliberation before embarking on recess.
I wish to move that this Honourable House do resolve and set aside the provision of Rule 3, Section 1 of Order 12 of the Standing Orders and Rules of the Honourable House to allow for the second reading of the bill scheduled on the order paper of today. I so move.
Upon resumption, the House unanimously adopted the amended bill, paving way for the return of manual election in the state.
We deem it fit that we should give them the opportunity to use the normal voting process that we are used to, rather than the one that was used during the electronic voting machine. Haven't considered all the incidents that were that accompanied the device.
The circumstances we found ourselves with the SECOM complaining that their machines need repairs and additional machines, and for the state government to provide that machines will take not less than 6 months.
According to the law, verification and voting will be done through the use of a manual voter register, with the Commission providing ballot papers and boxes for the conduct of the election. The lawmakers also confirmed the appointment of Ali Masani, Abubakar Musa, and Ahmad Yaya as permanent commissioners of the Kaduna State Electoral Commission. In Kaduna, Adamu Sunday, NTA News.
The Ogun State House of Assembly has expressed concern over the activities of a multinational company, which it alleged has caused increased environmental degradation inimical to the health and well-being of over 50 host communities. The House therefore urged the Commissioner for Environment, Works and Infrastructure to look into these activities as it works towards mitigating the rate of flooding across the state. Parliamentary correspondent Yemi Dalemo reports.
The Ogun State lawmakers, led by the Speaker Oludaisi Elemide, called on the Commissioners of Works, Environment and Physical Planning to synergize and ensure compliance with the relevant regulations guiding building approval for developers to prevent flooding. The Speaker notes that there is need for aggressive sensitization on flood prevention and advised the Commissioner for Works to periodically brief them on the progress recorded in road construction and rehabilitation, as well as clearing of drainages, dredging of waterways and channels by the Ministry of Environment.
In the area of flood control. But my colleagues, we know that flooding is a global natural disaster now. Though we should be proactive, What my colleagues are saying is that we should learn.
The lawmakers summoned the management of a cement plant in Ibeshe to appear before it over degradation of the environment, which is causing untold hardship and total blackness for about 2 years in 50 host communities in the area. In another development, the House organized a day capacity building workshop for members of the State House of Assembly on their critical roles in nation building. Resource persons dwell on responsibilities of the legislative arm of government in ensuring quality representation and robust legislative-executive relationship as panacea for good governance.
Africans, we are known for brilliance. And if we are known for brilliance, we know as iron, we should sharpen ourselves. Hence the reason for this seminar.
have the constitutional duties to explore every constitutional means to ensure harmonious relationship with the executive arm at all times. But there's a caveat there, without forgetting your constitutional power and roles in enacting relevant laws for the good governance of the state.
The training workshop, according to the speaker, is to equip the lawmakers with relevant knowledge needed for them to succeed in their legislative assignments. In Abeokuta, Yemi Talimo, NTA News.
That is the size of our bulletin at this time. I am Abubakar Galadima. Good evening.